students, have you all learned the topic which we have seen in the previous session? Yes students, have you learned? I hope you all have understood these topics in the lesson, that is lesson number 11, pressure, very well. So let's proceed to the lesson number 14, that is lightning, in today's session. So students, let's start with the just overall what we will see in this chapter. The points which are covered in this session are similarity between the spark and lightning, discovery of electric charge, charging objects by rubbing, types of charges and their interaction, transfer of charge and their summary. Okay, so students, let's start with the introduction. See students, what is a natural phenomenon? I just tell you that lightning, it is a natural phenomenon. How it is, this we will see in our previous slides. But before this, we have to understand the definition of natural phenomenon. See, any naturally occurring calamity or physical process is called as natural phenomenon. And the lightning, it is also a natural phenomenon. Okay students? So, see over here, we will see about the lightning in our upcoming slides. But before seeing that, you should know that what are the charges? What are the static charges? What are the methods of charging? Okay students, so the method of charging, see over here, a body can be charged by rubbing due to friction or by induction. The electrical charges produced by rubbing are called static charges. These two are the statements only. Okay, so how the charges are acquired to any object. Okay students, or any objects can acquire charges by which method, this we will see further. Okay, so charging by rubbing. When the object like plastic get rubbed with hair, it acquires a charge. How it is, this we also see in upcoming slide by doing experiments. Similarly, a glass rod gets charge when rubbed with silk cloth. Okay students, whenever the two objects are rubbed with each other, at that time the objects which are rubbed over there, they acquire some of the charges. So what are the first charges? The question which is in your the question which arises in your mind is, now what is a charges? What are static charges and how the object can acquire these charges? Okay students, so see over here. So we will start the lesson with introduction. See students, in this picture, see students, have you ever seen the electric spark in the socket? Yes students, see over here. Have you seen the electric spark in the socket when its plug is loose? Are you afraid of lightning? Yes students, which occurs during the rain. When the lightning is occur during the rainy season. So, are you afraid of lightning? Yes students, see, even lightning is an electric spark. Just like this electric spark which is shown over here on the socket, this lightning is also an electric spark on a huge scale. So students, the ancient people does not know the actual cause of lightning. They does not know the scientific meaning of causing, why lightning, why this lightning are caused. See students, the Though they thought that these people don't know about the cause of lightning, but they thought that it is the wrath of the God upon them, and they were always afraid of it. So, this is about the lightning, the formal introduction. Now, how the charges are discovered. Okay, students, how these electric charges are discovered. Have you noticed when you take out any woolen cloth? Have you noticed whenever you take out any woolen cloth from your head, at that time your hair gets stands? Yes, students, have you ever seen or noticed? When you take out the woolen cloth, at that time your hair gets stands. So students, if these cloths are suppose taken off in the dark, at that time you will also see some of the spark or a cracking sound. Okay, so in this way there occurs certain cracking noise, so that this is due to the electric charges. Why this is so? See students, in 1752, the scientist Benjamin Franklin, which is an American scientist, showed that the lightning and the spark are the cause of same phenomenon. Means lightning and at the time the thunder, that is the spark, these all are causes at the same phenomenon, causes of the same phenomenon. Okay students, so this is showed by the scientist in 1752, that is the Benjamin Franklin. Okay, however he could not prove that the single factor due to which this lightning is occur. So it took 2000 years to realize that the factor is a electric charge. Okay. So student, here it is the experiment which shows that how the object acquires the electric charges and what is actually the electric charge. So let us start this experiment. Here I have take a ball pen refill, okay, and rub it vigorously on a piece of polythene. Here towards the left hand side it is the piece of polythene, and I rub this ball pen refill vigorously on the piece of polythene, okay, and bring this refill close to the pieces of paper. Again student, I repeat, see over here. What is the concept of electric charge? Here I take a ball pen refill and a piece of polythene. So I rub this ball pen refill on a piece of polythene vigorously. Just like when you rub your hand with each others during the winter season. Okay students? So after rubbing that refill, bring close to the pieces of paper. What do you observe student? Whenever this refill which is rubbed over the polythene piece and then afterwards bring towards the pieces of paper, what do you observe? So students, see over here, the pieces of the paper get attracted to the refill. These pieces of the paper get attracted towards this refill. So similarly, students, why this is so? Why these papers get attracted towards the refill? This question is also arising in your mind, student. So why this is so? Think scientifically. See students, These pieces are attract over there. Similarly, if you rub the comb on a cloth, if you rub your comb on a cloth and bring close to the hair, what will happen? Your hair gets strands. So these two objects, okay students, so these two objects, that is the ball pen refill and comb, they acquire something. They acquire something, and so that these objects get attracted towards there. So what they acquire here, that something means they acquire the small charges, student. They acquire the small charges. So these objects, that is the ball pen refill and the comb, acquire small charges, and hence these objects are called charged objects. Hence, these two objects are called charged objects. Okay, students. So, these charged objects also charge the pieces of paper. Whenever you rub this ball pen refill on the polythene piece, at that time that ball pen refill acquires something charge, due to which these papers get attracted towards each other. And these charged object means this refill also charge the pieces of paper and hair by the comb when that comb is in contact with the hair. Okay. Whenever your comb is rubbed with the woolen cloth, at that time it acquires something, that means it acquires a small charge over there, and due to that charge, when your comb is come in contact with your hair, at that time your hair gets stand. Your hair gets stand. Okay, students. So this is about the developing of an electric charge when you rub two things each other. Okay. Now the next one is the types of electric charges. Here we have seen that whenever two objects are rubbed each other, at that time this object acquires something, that means they acquire some of the charges. But what are these electric charges? What are its types? Okay, students. So let us see over here. In the earlier experiment, students, in the earlier experiment, pieces of paper and a ball pen refill have the same charge. Yes, students, have the same charge. Whether these pieces of paper and the ball pen refill have a same charge or not? The answer is no. So, there are two types of charges, student. Because here in this case both are get attracted towards each other, but we don't know what charges they acquire. Both the objects has what charges, this doesn't know. So there are two types of charges, a positive charge and a negative charge. Okay, so there are two types of charges, a positive charge and a negative charge. So here also one question is arise that how do identify these type of charges, whether an object possesses positive charge and whether an other object possesses the negative charge. That is, these charges, how to identify this type of charges which are present on the object. Okay, students, this question is also arise in your mind. So for that purpose, let us perform one more experiment by using the ball pen refill itself. Okay, students. So see, in this experiment, you have to rub one refill with a piece of polythene. Okay, here we have to rub this refill, ball pen refill, with a piece of polythene and place this refill in a tumbler after rubbing. Okay students, first what you have to do, first this ball pen refill is rubbed with the polythene and after rubbing it will placed in the tumbler. Okay, now rub another refill. So students, now rub another refill and again you have to do this same experiment. Another refill you have to take and that another refill rub on that polythene, same polythene. So after rubbing that second refill, you have to bring that refill close to the first refill, in the tumbler. Okay, bring it close to the first charged refill. Okay, when, see over here students, when the first refill is rubbed on the polythene paper, at that time, or that polythene piece, at that time on rubbing, that first refill acquires something charged. So now it is a charged refill. Okay students, now afterwards what you have to do, you have to take second ball pen refill and that second ball pen refill is again you have to rub over there, and after rubbing you have to keep this ball pen refill in the tumbler near to the first refill, which is the charge. Okay, so what do you observe students? Yes, you will observe that these two charged refills get repel with each other. These two charged refills are repel with each other. They are not attracted towards each other students. Okay. So to clarify this concept, I here take again one example. See students, here we perform a second experiment. Now take two balloons which are hanged. Okay, now take two balloons, hang them in such a way that they do not touch with each other. We have to take these two balloons. Okay, so these two balloons are taken in such a way that they do not touch with each other. They are nearer to each other, but just they do not touch with each other. Okay students, now what you have to do, first you have to rub both the balloons. Okay, rub both the balloons with woolen. First you have to rub that red balloon with woolen cloth and release them. Both balloons are rubbed with the same cloth. See students, the cloth is same over here, that is the woolen cloth. Okay, so these both the balloons are rubbed with the same, that is the woolen cloth, and release them. What do you observe student? What will happen if they release? See students, in first case, when we rub this first balloon with the woolen cloth, at that time due to rubbing it acquires some of the charges. Okay students, afterwards we use the same cloth, that is this woolen cloth, and the second balloon is rubbed. Okay, the second balloon is rubbed. So after rubbing, that second balloon also acquires some charges. Okay students, now after rubbing these two balloons, both the balloons are now charged. Okay, both the balloon acquired some charges, so we can say that both the balloons are charged balloons. Okay students, and after rubbing this, you have to release them. So what do you observe student? See students, after releasing that balloons, You will observe that one charged balloon repels the other charged balloon. Okay, students, you will observe that one charged balloon repels the other charged balloon. Got it, students? In the first case, in the first case of this refill, there also we see that these two refills which are charged over here, they are repelled with each other, just like this experiment. In this experiment too, these two balloons, whenever charged with same cloth, at that time they repel with each others. Okay. Now students, let's proceed to the third phase of this experiment. See over here. Now students, here what you have to do, you have to rub a refill on this polythene. First, what you have to do, you have to rub the refill on this polythene and place it in that tumbler. Okay, and place that refill into this tumbler. First students, again, what you have to take? You have to take one balloon which is hanged just like this fashion. Second, tumbler and polythene piece. Okay, so first what you have to do? First, here I take the refill, which that refill will rub on the polythene and place it in this middle tumbler, and the balloon is also rubbed with the help of wool cloth. Okay students, first what I have done here, I have done here, first take this refill, that refill is rubbed with this polythene paper, and again that balloon is rubbed with the woolen cloth. Okay. Now bring this inflated charged balloon near this tumbler. Bring this inflated charged balloon near this tumbler where your refill is kept. Okay students, tumbler. So what do you observe? What do you observe students over here? Yes students. What do you observe? You observe that a charged balloon is attracted to a charged refill. Okay students, a charged balloon is attracted towards a charged refill. How this is so? Yes students, how this is so? We can say that, see over here, we can say that the objects made of same material, the objects which are made of same material repel each other. The objects which are made of over here same material, they repel each other. Okay students? And the objects which are made up of different materials attract each other. Students, what we say that from these three experiments, see again I explain these three experiments. What is the difference over there? See students, let's go towards our first experiment. See students, when I rub this ball pen refill on the polythene piece, okay, ball pen refill on polythene piece and kept it in the tumbler. Again, I take another ball pen refill, rub on plastic piece, and that will kept on again that tumbler which has first one refill. what do you observe? You will observe that these two refills get away from each other. They repel each other. Why this is so? Because students, here both the refills are rubbed on the same thing. Means both these refills are rubbed on the polythene piece over here. So the charge which is acquired by the first, see, the charge which is acquired by this first refill is same as that of charge acquired by the second refill, because here the object which is used for rubbing is the same, that is the polythene piece. Okay students, that's why both these two refills acquires the same charge, and that's why they repel with each other. That means they just go away from each other. Okay students, got it? Now what will happen in the second case, just like in case of balloon? See students, in this experiment here we have take these two balloons, okay, and when the first balloon is rubbed with the woolen cloth, and again the same balloon is also rubbed with the same woolen cloth, so here the rubbing object is same. Okay students, so the charge which is acquired by this red balloon is same as that of this violet balloon. Okay students, so that's why these two balloons acquire the same charge, and due to the same charge acquired by them, they repel each other. They repel each others. Okay students, understood what is this concept? Now in the third experiment, see student, why this balloon and that refill get attracted towards each other. What is the exact reason behind this? See students, here we have take a balloon which is hang over their stand, a tumbler and a polythene piece. In this case, what we have taken here, first we take this ball pen refill which is rubbed on that polythene bag. Here the rubbing object is first is the polythene bag, okay, and this balloon is rubbed with the woolen cloth. So students, here the rubbing objects are different. Okay, ball pen is rubbed on the polythene bag, while that woolen cloth is rubbed on the balloon. So the charge which is acquired by this refill is different than that of the charge which is acquired by the balloon from that woolen cloth. Okay students, got it? Here the charges are not same. Again I repeat, here these charges which are acquired by the balloon and the refill are not same. See in this case, due to this refill and this balloon get attracted towards each other because they both possesses different charges, not the same charges. Okay students, these two things possesses different charges, not the same charges, and due to which they get attract towards each other. Got it students? How the charges are acquired? So students, what we conclude over here from these experiments? So hence we conclude from this experiment that the like charges repel each others. means the same charges or the like charges, they get repel each other, and the unlike charges means the opposite charges attract each others. This we can say from these three experiments. Okay students, got it? Is there any confusion in your mind? Yes students? Shall I proceed further? So students, here I have one another experiment. See over here just. In this experiment, consider the charge on the glass rod is positive. Here, first students, here I take the polythene sheet, polythene piece, tumbler and this cloth. Okay, this is silk cloth and a refill. Okay, these are the requirements for our experiments. Okay, what I do here, see, sorry, refill is not there, one glass rod is there instead of refill. Okay students, what I do over here is the glass rod is rubbed on the silk. The glass rod is rubbed on the silk and place it in the tumbler. Again students, I rub this glass rod on the silk cloth and place it on in the tumbler. Afterwards, we consider here, suppose the charge on the glass rod is positive. Suppose it acquires something charged by rubbing on this cloth, silk cloth. So suppose we consider here that charge on that glass rod is positive when it is rubbed with the silk cloth. Okay students. Now when this glass rod is brought near a charged straw which is rubbed on the polythene. Here we also take a straw. Here we take a straw and that straw is rubbed on the polythene piece. Okay students, that plastic. After rubbing this straw, I kept that straw into the tumbler. So when this glass rod is brought near to a charged straw which is rubbed with the polythene paper, these both get attracts toward each other. So students, hence a plastic straw is a negatively charged. Here we assume that glass rod is of positive charge. So just like before we have seen that previous examples, the unlike charges or the opposite charges attract towards each other. If this glass rod has the positive charge, so the attracting object, second object, that is that straw, acquires obviously a negative charge. Okay students, no any confusion? So here hence a plastic straw is a negatively charged. Okay students. So the electric charges generated by rubbing are the static charges. See students, whenever two things are rubbed with each other, at that time the second object can acquire, or both the object can acquire some charges. Okay, so these charges whenever generated by rubbing one another, these charges are static charges. Why they are known as static charges, students? Because static charges, which means they do not move by themselves. Means suppose that silk cloth has positive charge, but it cannot move from that silk cloth towards that glass rod until that glass rod is rubbed on that silk cloth. Okay students, when you rub that glass rod on the silk cloth, only then and then that glass rod can acquire the charge which is having that silk cloth, that is the positive charge. Okay students, otherwise that charges cannot move over here and there. So these charges which are acquired or generated by rubbing are called as static charges. Okay students, which means they do not move by themselves. Understood? So in this way these charges are transferred. In this way these charges are transferred. So this is the concept regarding the electric charge, how the charges are acquired over here when the two things are rubbed each other's hand, and how the like and unlike charges gives repelling or attracting over each other's. They see the charge objects. See over here, the objects that carry a charge by means of rubbing or other processes are called charge objects. What are charge objects? The objects that carry a charge by means of rubbing or other process are called charge objects. Student, this is just a statement, but I know that, I hope you all have understood by these experiments what is the charge object. Okay students, so see over there, in the first case these are the neutral charges, in second case they have the negative charges, and in third case they have the positive charges. Okay, why they have the negative charges? Because these right hand side two atoms are get transferred to third case. Okay, now the interaction between like and unlike charges, this we have just seen over here, but this is for your revision students. Like charges repel each other while unlike charges, see over here, plus means the positive charge, negative, minus means the negative charge. Okay, whenever positive charge and negative charge brought each other, at that time they get attract. But whenever the positive charge and the positive charge brought each other, they always repel. Just like positive charge, whenever the negative charge, both the negative charges come with each other, come close toward each other, at that time they get repelled from their point. Okay students, got it? This is for only the revision type. Okay, this is also students, see over here, convention of positive and the negative charges. It is the convention to call the charge acquired by glass rod when it is rubbed with the silk as a positive. That means we here only the consider that the charge which is acquired by rubbing that glass rod onto the silk, that was the positive charge. Now the transfer of charges. Charges can be transferred through good conductors, that is metals, to another conducting material. So this topic, how the charges are transferred, this we will see in our next video, because that topic is too lengthy. So that's why here I only take the charges, their types, and how the charges are acquired by any kind of objects. Okay students, here we see one by one concepts, so that you will also get easily to capture these things. Okay students, so charge transfer due to the movement of electrons from one atom to another, how this is, this we will see in the next video. Okay students. Thank you. So students, till then you have to read all the topics which are over in your textbook. Okay students, so just read all this topic and try to understand and try to correlate this video with your textbook and try to understand what we have learnt over here. Okay students, if do you have any queries regarding this topic, please feel free to ask me, and you can ask by giving comment on YouTube also, or by sending mail to me also. Okay students, so I hope you all have understood this topic very well. You have to just remember in this session that at last I only say that whenever the two objects have the same charge, they repel each other, and when the two objects have the opposite charges, they attract each other. These two things you have to just remember in your mind. Okay students, so if you got this concept charge, then you will get really easy to study about what is exactly a lightning, because in lightning there are certain terms regarding to the charges. So here you have to know that what are these charges. Okay students, we will further proceed step by step. So till then you have to just read and learn the topic. Okay students, thank you.